All right, guys, welcome back to Outperform. I'm here with AJ Fletcher, MMA fighter, and the reason why I'm using AJ today is because a lot of people ask me about certain ab exercises, and there is a few that I still see people do that they really shouldn't be doing, especially when it comes to athletes. So I went ahead and tagged a few coaches because I feel as a coach you have a responsibility to show your athletes the best way to train or the most up-to-date information. So let me explain to you a few things that I would take away, but give you some options to also replace it with. So we've all seen the field of everybody laying on the ground and doing crunches, and you got some, I'd say some conflicting research on is it good for you, is it not good for you? A lot of people have issues with the lumbar spine flexing so many times over and over. I don't like that you pull on the side of the head, the neck is alwaady being pulled on, especially in MMA or in grappling, you're already being yanked on a lot. If you're on your phone all day, driving on a computer, you're already fixated in that position. You should be upright as much as possible. So doing crunches is not your best option, considering the fact that all you're doing is flexing, and you really should be trying to resist flexion or resist extension when it comes to abdomen training. So what we're gonna do is, instead of doing crunches, we're gonna replace it with ab rollouts. All right, so AJ's gonna get down on his knees, he's gonna slightly rotate his hips forward, and he's just gonna roll out very slowly. And then back in, just like that. Very simple. As you can see, this is more of a bracing action, okay? And so this is actually causing him to use his abdomen more functionally as far as anti-flexion or anti-extension, which is the primary roles of your abdomen. All right, thank you. Okay, so the next one I have an issue with that I see a lot of people do is Russian twist. Sit on the ground, they grab the medicine ball, man, they're going to town, You see people's feet flying all over the place, they're sweating. One of the big issues I have with that is that your lumbar flexion is not supposed to be twisting. Once again, it's a stable motion. So what can we do to replace that action for an athlete? So our best option at this point would be a Pavlov press. So AJ's gonna grab it, thumbs up. He's gonna keep it close to his navel. He's gonna pull till he's got a lot of extension, okay? Now this can be done on a cable machine also, but we're just gonna use a rubber band right now for demonstration purposes. He's gonna slightly bend his knees. He's gonna get in a fixated athletic stance, and now he's gonna extend his arms away from his body. Now, instantly at this part, his core has to stabilize itself, all right? This is a realistic or more functional carryover to a sport-related event. Being pushed over, hands extended, having to brace himself so he doesn't fall or hurt himself. You can hold it like he's doing, or he can go back in, then go back out. Then go back in, and then go back out. Each of these movements have different varies of progression, but for right now, I just want to show you the basic understanding of what I'm trying to show you and how you can replace these old moves with newer exercises that are more functional. So one more for the road. You've seen this all the time. I see this all the time at the big box gym where I go work out. Side bends, okay? So once again, your abdomen is made to keep you from falling over all these different directions. Why would I force myself to bend? All right, I'm forcing myself to actually do what it's not supposed to do. Now, in theory, it kind of makes sense, like, well, man, if I bend that way, I can strengthen it, but it doesn't work that way, okay? And also, let's just say you're not an athlete, and you're watching this video, and you say, well, I work out my abs to look good. I understand. And I would also say that it's a pretty common agreement that everybody wants a slim waist. Well, remember that your abdomen is muscles just like every other part of your body. And that if you keep training it, especially with heavy weights, you're gonna build up your abdomen. So it may be lean, but it's gonna be bigger and bigger. And if it doesn't stay lean, then you're gonna look fatter. Okay, so I know that's not what you want. So what can we do to replace the side bends? The simple old plank variations of on the side. So go ahead and go down, AJ. He's gonna get on his elbow. His elbow is underneath his shoulder. He's gonna stack his feet and he's literally just gonna lift his hip off the ground. All right, he's gonna keep his body straight. If you can't do this, you can go down and then come back up. And then obviously, just as in this exercise and all the other ones, there is very progressions that keep going to make it harder and harder. All right, thanks. These are 3 very common ab exercises I think that you should not be doing anymore. Actually, if you're an athlete, I highly suggest you stop doing them. And if you're a coach, I highly suggest that you teach these new movements to your students so that way they will be more functional, which the whole part of training for an athlete is actually preventing injury, okay? It's not actually trying to make you stronger or faster. It's really just preventing injury. Stronger and faster are just later on byproducts, okay? If you are a normal person, your body works the same way as an athlete. There's no difference. You should be getting rid of these same 3 exercises just as an athlete should and replace them with the ones that we showed. I hope this helps you out. If you have another athlete that you know of who could benefit from this video, please share it, or a coach. Thanks.